Progress is being made. It's just taking a little bit longer than I would like, but I've only got so much time in a day. So you can see that, like I said, I'm using filler just to smooth it out. Just get rid of some little waves and dings and dents, but there's no rot on this truck at all that I have found yet. Still just going along, stripping off as much of the blue paint as I can, which is just about all of it. Just time consuming. But what's nice is this door, when I was sanding off the paint, it doesn't seem like it's really going to need hardly any filler at all. It's pretty good. The fender's only got some little dings and dents, nothing big. Just got done taking off the grill and front bumper. And when I got the front bumper off, I should have taken a picture. The truck looks so much better without that big, honky, ugly bumper. So I'm probably either going to buy something different for it or see if I can custom make something that'll just be a lot slicker, because it definitely looked better. I mean, it needs a bumper, but it looked better in a way without it. And see, I still have all this to sand down. This side of the bed is pretty much almost done as far as the bodywork goes. And I just wanted to give you guys a little update on how things are going. I still have some hand sanding to do as well. But in this video, you'll see it when I take it to the next phase, which is going to be putting on a primer surfacer. It's a step I was going to skip, but because I've come this far, I don't really want to, not do that one extra step that's going to make a big difference on this. So stick around. I got a lot of sanding, a little bit of body work to do, and then we'll get started with the primer surfacer. Make this thing one color again. Well, this has been quite the job. A little bit more work than I really intended. And I'm probably taking it further than I intended too. Remember I said at the beginning this was going to be a quick job? I was just going to do a halfway decent job on it. Well, I don't really know how to do that, so it's probably going to be a pretty good job. So the bodywork it's 90% done, at least. And so I'm ready to put 1 or 2 coats of a primer surfacer on it, and really kind of sand that off. Might use a guide coat to help find any more problems. Like I said, it is not 100% perfect right now. And I didn't sand off all the blue. It was just getting to be ridiculous amount of work. But I did get most of it off. So it was a fair amount of body work, but it was all just dings and dents and stuff. There wasn't any rot, like I'd pointed out before. But right now, it is camouflage. So the only way to know if you got all the dings and dents out is by feel and by using the sander, like especially the airboard. That will help, really let you know where you're at. But I do know for sure there's a couple spots that need a little bit more filler, like back here. I know there's some spots here that need more. This area back here is going to need a little bit more work, and the same thing on the other side. I've still got to clean out in here by hand, and you can see I've got a little bit more here to do, but you can see by the color changes just how many layers I've done trying to feather that in just right. It's a tricky spot because it's a body line that is pretty, pronounced back here and slowly fades into almost nothing in the very back. And so it's kind of a guessing game on how to make that look just right. And so I've just been little by little adding some. I put on really thin coats of filler because I'd rather put on 10 coats and sand very little than put on a huge heavy coat and sand like crazy and then still mess up because you just lost track of where you were. But I am ready to put on that surfacer at this point. I'm going to try to stay away from a lot of stuff. I'm going to, like the door jambs, I still haven't even sanded those out yet. Still got to sand the door jambs, but I'll do that separately. But yeah, let's get this in the garage. I got to clean up the garage a little bit. It's kind of a mess. Get inside, I'll mask it off, and I will spray it with the surfacer. I've got everything I care about masked off. Basically, it's just the windows. Got under the hood, also masked off, starting right at this top of the fender. And there's a sheet over the engine bay. All that's left to do at this point is to wipe it all down with a dry microfiber cloth. I'm not going to put any sort of chemicals or nothing on it. I've sanded everything. There's no grease, tar, wax, nothing like that. And I am now ready to wipe it down and put the primer surfacer on it. I hope you understand though that it is about 9 o'clock at night and I am completely exhausted. Been working in the sun most of the day. I know I don't want to make a complain and make a bunch of excuses, but I'm not going to record the shooting of the primer surfacer, but I will show you when it's done. But it's just one less thing that I want to deal with right now. But anyways, we need to talk about the masking a little bit. So when you're masking for primer surfacer, you don't have to be perfect as far as you want to make sure that you're covering everything that you want to get covered. But if you get the masking a little bit on the body anywhere, that's totally fine, because you're not that primer surfacer, you're going to sand most of that off. So what you're really after is making sure that the stuff you don't want paint on is protected, and everything else is not a big deal. Just pop that down there. I'm only going to be hitting all the surfaces. I'm not going to be trying to get in every crevice of everything. And let me just show you how it looks when I'm done. It's about 11:30 at night, and we got 2 coats of surfacer on the whole truck. Looks pretty good. I could definitely see areas that need a little bit more body work as I was going. That's really kind of what you're doing with this. Don't worry about the little stripes and stuff. It's just gonna get all sanded off anyways. Not a big deal. Yeah, all in all, I think it looks pretty good. Like I said, definitely more body work to do. But all in all, not that bad. So I've been working on this for about 10 hours, pretty much straight today. And I am beat, and I am done. Let's get back to it tomorrow. Hopefully I can actually paint it tomorrow. We'll see how that goes, but for now, this is Corey signing off. I'm done.